arson trial for Stephen Pittman of Madison was supposed to start August 3rd, but the man accused of bombing Congregation Beth Israel Synagogue has for a second time asked for a delay, he says. More news in 1 hour on 103.9 WYAB. I'm Chris Davis.
Have you ever listened to WYAB and thought, I could do that? Well, maybe you can. 103.9 WYAB, Central Mississippi's stimulating talk radio station, is looking for fresh local voices to join our on-air lineup. Are you the person everybody argues politics with at work? The one your friends say should have a radio show? Then maybe it's time to stop yelling at the dashboard and start talking into a microphone. If you're passionate about current events, politics, faith, business, sports, or just telling it like it is, we want to hear from you. Previous radio experience is helpful, but personality, authenticity, and the ability to connect with listeners matter even more. This is your chance to be heard across all of Central Mississippi. If you think you've got what it takes to host a talk show on WYAB, send us a short audio sample and tell us about yourself. Email Matt at WYAB.com. That's Matt at WYAB.com today.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are the individual views and opinions of the people expressing them and do not necessarily reflect those of this radio station, its parent, affiliated, or related entities, agents, or employees.
If it feels like the world's gone a little crazy lately, you're not wrong. They say parents should have a voice. But what happens when no one's listening? Forget the noise, the narratives, and the nonsense. It's time to have real conversations, stand up, speak out, and shine a light on what's really happening inside our schools, our systems, and our government, and what it really means for your family. This is the Lindsey Beckham Show, where we believe in truth over talking points, facts over feelings, and the courage to say what others won't. Because when it comes to our kids, silence is not an option.
Only in America.
Happy Friday. Welcome into the Lindsey Beckham Show, live here in the WYAB studios. We are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and X. We are joined in studio today by someone I know very well, and I'm not used to being on this side of the board when I'm in his presence, because if you have followed me for very long, then you remember the podcast where it all started, Raising Liberty. Mm-hmm. And that was much in part due to Mr. Daniel Anderson. Welcome in to the show.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Absolutely. And so I'm excited that you are with us, and you are launching a new podcast, and you're going to become a millionaire and teach us all how to become millionaires. And
kinda. Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
I am too. Yeah. I mean, so here's the premise. So it's me, an idiot that has no idea what he's doing with money, but has a really good work ethic and a desire to do something better with his life, coupled with a seasoned professional, Brian, that has been doing this for years and years and years. And then each week we're going to talk to professionals that are in the industry. So I basically get to, and the listener gets to like join the conversation. Like, it's designed for idiots like me that have no idea what they're talking about to be able to learn this. Like, there's a lot of misconceptions about like real estate investing and, oh, I've got to have millions of dollars in order to be able to get my first property. That's a fallacy. That's literally not true. There is tons of money out there. You just have to know how to do it. And I want to learn how to do it. So God's kind of given me this platform of being able to help create podcasts for other people. So it just kind of the opportunity presented itself. And I was like, you know what, let's use God's gifts to do something incredible for people. And part of that is the benefit for me is I get to learn how to do this, and I get to learn every single week of how to do this and how someone like me my credit's not awful, but it's not like 800s. You know what I mean?
To utilize what you're learning.
Yeah, exactly.
In your personal life.
Exactly. And other people get to watch and learn as I watch and learn and fall on my face and get back up and fall on my face and get back up. I'm super excited about it. I think it's going to help a lot of people. I really, really do.
I'm excited about it too. And I definitely want to dive into that.
Yeah.
But before we get there, now, Daniel, you're if you're watching the live stream, you're a real laid back guy. You can see him, but you're also very much an entrepreneur, and you've been through some hardships and some tough times in life, and you've been able to bounce back and always kind of find your way and able to make it. And you really kind of became a voice in this area for those wanting to start a podcast. And you're still doing that, correct?
Yeah, I've got 31 clients now.
That's awesome. I was one of the OGs.
You were one of the you were there when the studio like didn't have crap in it, dude. You're just like, I had like a few mics and like I think that was it, maybe a light or two.
But I had a voice.
You did.
I had a voice.
You did. And I honestly, like, I was so upset when you left, but I was like, you know what? This is what God has for her. She's going to do incredible things. Like, I was so happy for you, but at the same time, like, I was devastated that I don't get to see you every week. You know what I mean?
I know. Well, I thought about coming and doing some long form things with some on certain topics that I know. I got to get back over there. I know. I'm going to. I promise. I'm going to. And then you have another business as well. So it's kind of like you're balancing several full-time jobs.
I wouldn't say balance, but yeah. So I've got a bathtub, shower, and countertop refinishing business that I've had for 23 years here, and that's still going great.
I have to tell a story real quick.
Yeah,
this is how motivated Daniel is. So he calls me one day and he says, "Look, I know you've got the podcast this afternoon, and I don't even know what had happened, but asbestos, what did all that stuff that you got in your eyes and you couldn't see, and you were in the ER and they were all swollen up and."
Oh no, that was my etching gel, dude. That was my etching gel. It's hydrochloric and hydrofluoric acid.
I'm like, we can reschedule. He's like, no, I'm not rescheduling. I'm gonna be there. I just want you to know I might look a little crazy.
Yeah.
And he couldn't see.
I mean,
if he showed up. You showed up.
That's what I mean. I just like I am not special. I'm not unique. But what I've learned to do since I got sober was work really hard and trust God with results. That's it. Like that's the only thing that I do right is just work hard and trust God with the results. And when I stay the heck out of the way, good things happen.
Well, I was impressed by the work ethic that I saw.
I mean, how would I wouldn't want to miss an opportunity to get to be in the studio with you. Are you kidding me? No, I mean, unless I'm like literally missing a leg, I'm going to be there.
Well, I love
maybe
it.
Not for all clients, but for you, absolutely 100%.
He didn't say that. If you're his
no, I
clients,
didn't. Beep! There we go.
I need to hit the dump button.
Yeah.
We do have a 7-second delay.
All right, cool.
But no, I was very impressed. And so you were doing the bathroom business and also coming in and taking care of your clients. And you are very transparent and very upfront with your story. You love to share your story. You're sober. How long have you been sober?
5 years.
And so you dealt with addiction and recovery, and you have a podcast dealing with that as well.
Yeah, I started trying to get sober. Like I knew I had a problem when I was 18 years old, and I'm about to turn 43. So, and I've only got 5 years sober. So I like hit my head against the wall year after year after year, like trying to do it my way. Like, well, maybe I'll just like, maybe I'll leave like the hard liquor, but I'll just drink alcohol, or I'll just drink like beer, or maybe like I'll add a little milk to my whiskey. So it's not as harsh. And that way I'm making progress forward towards, you know what I mean? Like I was such a dummy. So I was just trying to do it my way. And eventually like God was like, okay, you tired of this yet? Or you want to keep going? Like whatever you want to do. But eventually I got to the point like, dude, this is not fun. Like this sucks. Like this is like an awful, awful, awful life. And I couldn't look at myself in the mirror. Like it was just, I got to a point where I was blessed with the gift of desperation. Like it was either, I had a gun in my car and I was going to go and blow my brains out.
You hit that rock bottom.
I did. And I hit many of those, but this last time I had developed a good relationship with my therapist, and I reached out to him. I don't know why, but I just reached out to him. I said, "Hey, Zach, can I come in and talk to you?" And I had made a decision that if I don't hear something from Zach that night, that was like at 9 p.m., that I was going to go over the reservoir and I was going to blow my brains out. I was going to get out of the truck and blow my brains out so I didn't make a mess and people didn't have to, worry about cleaning it up. And I went in there and I just like sobbing, like, Zach, I can't do this anymore. I mean, I've been in this this situation time after time after time, and it was just like the ugly, disgusting snot running down my face. And he paused for just a couple seconds, and he looked me directly in the eyes with absolutely no to work with in AA. I was like, look, man, I'm willing to do whatever the heck it is you want me to do. I want what you have. You have long-term sobriety. I'm willing to do whatever I got to do. And he said, okay, we can do business. And that was the rest of that.
That's incredible, because a lot of people don't get to have that other side of the story where they are successful and they've come through that and been able to succeed in life. And so you're an inspiration, and we here
I'm just a dude. I'm not special.
Well, I think you're special, and we here at the show, we've been promoting this walk, this fentanyl walk for lives.
I'll be there July 11th.
July the 11th.
Yep.
Liberty Park,
Mhm.
10 to 2. There's gonna be live music, food trucks, inflatables for kids.
Right, which is, I mean, we didn't have that last year. Like, I shot drone footage last year in Flowwood, and like, we didn't have any of that. This year,
Look what I got too.
what is this?
It's Narcan.
Oh, dope. I have 2 in my truck at all times.
So they were here. We had a couple of people who were promoting the event here earlier in the week. And
Was
they
Kim
gave
here?
him-
Or
It was Brenda. She's a nurse.
okay.
And then Michael Kelly.
Okay.
And he gave me this little, and I was like, this is so cute. I'm going to keep it in my purse just in case. You never know. You never know when somebody might need it. And they showed how to use it on the live stream. Of course, they're going to be doing that at the event as well. And yeah, I've just talked to so many moms who have lost their children, and I've said this so many times in the past couple of weeks as I'm promoting this event, but I'm going to continue to say it because it doesn't discriminate.
Right.
It could be the best families, the most intelligent, educated, intellectual kids who have their whole lives ahead of them, and they have no idea what they're getting in one pill.
Right.
And
Oh,
they're
you live
gone.
in Madison and you have a beautiful house and a beautiful family.
Doesn't
You think
matter.
that you're untouchable. Guess what?
Doesn't matter.
Guess what? It doesn't matter.
Not at all. And so I want people to understand that, of course. And
fentanyl is in everything now.
Yeah.
Everything. Meth, coke. It's all laced with fentanyl. You can't. It's just not safe to be a drug addict.
No.
I mean,
No, it's not. It's not at all. And we had Ann, my friend Ann, on the podcast, on the Raising Liberty podcast, but she was also on this show last week, and she was telling us how it's almost like the chocolate chip cookie effect, because you can get a chocolate chip cookie and you can have a bite of it that has no chocolate chips,
right.
but you can take a bite of it that has 5.
Right.
And so this fentanyl that they are lacing these drugs with, you don't know what part you're getting or how much of it you're going to be getting, and you're rolling the dice every single time.
Right. Yeah, it's not good.
No,
it's not good. Too many good people are dying every single day because of it. It's just, and it's avoidable, It's a hard thing to do, but I'm proof that, look, I mean, I was strung out on meth. I was doing coke. I mean, anything I could get my hands on, I want more of that. So if a degenerate drug addict like myself can get sober and have a really wonderful life, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it.
You're never too far gone.
No, never. No, you just got to have a little willingness to be willing to do something different.
And have a little, and have some hope. And I think that's what a lot of times we don't give these people. We look at them and think,
oh yeah, they're just disgusting drug addicts under the bridge. Like,
but again, you could live in Madison and your kid could take one pill from somebody, and then you're right there in that same boat.
Yeah, at a party or whatever.
Yeah,
it's unbelievably dangerous.
So I'm excited about this event coming up, and
it's going to be huge.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be huge. Yeah. Last year was fantastic. It was incredible. But this year, I mean, there's going to be things for kids. Like it's in Madison. Like it's going to be absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible.
I'm excited about it.
So y'all have to come out.
Yeah, y'all come out, and I'd love to meet you. I'm sure Daniel would love to meet you.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I know that you'll enjoy yourselves. You'll learn a lot. You can get your hands on some Narcan, because again, you just don't know when you might need it, and everybody needs it. Everybody needs to keep some with them, because
why not?
Right. What harm is it going to do? It's free, and they'll show you how to use it, and there's no harm from it.
Right.
So if you think that somebody may be in need of it, go ahead and use it.
Right.
Just in case.
You're not going to hurt them if they're not actively in an overdose.
You might just moisten their sinuses a little bit, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah, probably.
For most of us here in Mississippi, especially during the summer and these dry months.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, let's pick those sinuses. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to take a break, but y'all stay with us. I do want to get into your new podcast,
All right.
and then I want you to give some tips on podcasting. I know there are a
Okay.
lot of people out there that have a lot of things to say. Now, sometimes my mouth gets me in trouble, but I try to stay away from that.
I
But
mean, it happens.
you never know what's going to come out of
It
this mouth.
happens.
You just never know when you run your mouth as much as I do.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's you running your mouth. I think that you've got a lot of fantastic things to say, and you use your platform for a lot of good.
I definitely try, but y'all stay with us because I'm so excited to hear more about Daniel's, because it's the first time I'm hearing about it too, and I'm excited about it. I think it's going to help. I think you're right. It's going to help a lot of people and hopefully help me. Hopefully we'll all be millionaires here soon. So y'all stay with us. 103.9 WYAB, the Lindsey Beckham Show. We'll be right back. 103.9 WYAB, the Lindsey Beckham Show. We'll be right back.
Only in America.
103.9 WYAB.
When it comes to protecting all the things that matter in your world, generations of folks in central Mississippi have trusted Allstate agent Mark Dwyron. Mark knows the right coverage with the right price, helps you feel secure and protected. For decades, Mark's been a trusted agent protecting you against mayhem that is unpredictable. And he's always just a moment away when you need him. Mark Dwyron. For auto, home, life, and more, you're in good hands with Allstate. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Hot weather requires us to run the AC nonstop. Pure Air Consultants can inspect your unit today to ensure your AC is operating at peak performance. Pure Air Consultants is your go-to Rheem partner that can get the job done and have you resting in comfort in no time. Locally owned and operated, they have proudly served our community for over 22 years. Contact Pure Air Consultants today at mypureairconsultants.com. Rheem and Pure Air Consultants to the rescue.
If you want the best health care, where do you go? The Mayo Clinic. If you want the best care for your vehicle, where do you go? Mayo Auto Clinic in Raymond. Mayo Auto Clinic does foreign and domestic vehicles and diesel repair. Mayo Auto Clinic has ASE certified techs with over 25 years of experience. You can extend the life of your car or truck when you take it to Mayo Auto Clinic. For cost-effective repairs and maintenance, go to the best, Mayo Auto Clinic. Open weekdays at 7 a.m. Highway 18 in Raymond.
Vans Comics Cards and Games is your local sports cards and memorabilia store, plus Pokemon, board games, comics, and more. Get in the game, make history, and own it at Vans Comics Cards and Games, Pear Orchard Road in Ridgeland, and at vansccg.com. Better ingredients, better pizza with a better website. Papa John's and papajohns.com team up for the best experience. Save more with Papa Rewards and all the best deals. Order today and enjoy the new specials and Papa's pairings at papajohns.com and at locations throughout the metro.
Need care at home, fast, reliable, and on your schedule? Introducing Home Care to Go, your on-demand concierge care solution. Whether it's personal care, companionship, or short-term support, Home Care to Go brings professional care directly to you when you need it most. Getting started is easy. Visit us at homecare-to-go.com to explore available care packages. Home Care to Go, care at your door when you need it most.
You had an accident. Now you're hearing aftermarket parts, insurance company preferred, and a lot of other noise that serves to confuse you. Call Clinton Body Shop. We'll keep it simple. We are certified by 19 vehicle makers to assure you get a proper repair. We care about your investment and your safety. Call the shop who only wants one partner in the repair process, and that's you, the owner. In Clinton and in Richland, we work for you. We take pride in perfection.
Smart business owners will tell you the best time to start a new business is now. Whether you're thinking of starting a new business or expanding an existing one, the perfect location is the Cotton Exchange Plaza in Flora. Over 13,000 cars will pass by your business each and every day on Highway 49. Space is available now, so what are you waiting for? Call the Cotton Exchange Plaza at 601-879-3503 to find out how you can expand your business today. The Cotton Exchange Plaza in Flora, where we mean business.
Sun coming up.
Welcome back into the Lindsey Beckham Show, live here in the WYAB studios. Of course, you can call into the show today if you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you just want to tell me how much you hate me, I can handle it. You can do that too. 601-879-0002.
What the frick?
You can also text in the Lindsey Beckham Show text line, 601-879-4648. I did get a text on the Lindsey Beckham Show text line earlier for Clear Edwards.
Oh, wow.
Somebody trying to give him a story. I was like, well, how did you get my text line? But I sent it over, so he's going to handle that. But we are live here.
Yeah, send us some text. Give us a call. Absolutely.
Yeah, call us, text us. There's also a live stream, and the program that we use, I think that we all use, kind of puts all of those comments in one place. And so actually we did get some comments. Daniel, somebody is a T Quoraborer.
Hey, girl.
Says hi, and then hello, and then do you see me? I don't see you, but I see your message. And then God belief is illogical. I get a lot of those from some of these random YouTubers.
It is. It's all right. It's cool.
And Eric says, congratulations, sobriety is freedom. I wish you the best. So that was a nice one. I'm not used to the nice. I read some of my mean tweets on here, or mean comments.
You know what mean tweets and comments are? It's people that are they're sad, man. They're just like happy people that are doing big things in their life. Like they don't do that.
I don't ever get on YouTube and find some random person live and start like commenting ugly things. I don't have time for that in my life.
Those people are they're like not like, oh, they're sad. Like they're like depressed, like sad people. So why would I let what they have to say affect me in any way, shape, or form?
Look, I've learned to, if you do this and you put your face out here and your name behind your voice and say what you think and mean what you say, not everybody's going to agree with you. And that's okay. That's what makes the world go round, is us all being different.
Right.
And if we all thought the same, how boring of a place would this be?
It would be pretty boring.
It would be so boring.
Yeah, no, hard pass on that.
But okay, tell us about the podcasting and how did you get involved and what made you want to start this up? And look, I would walk in.
Okay.
I would walk in the studio and Daniel would be like, "What are you going to mess up today?"
No, I didn't say that. What are you talking about?
He was always having to fix. He's winking out there for
no, it's a silent wink. No,
What are you going to spill on the couch today?
I mean, that did, yeah.
That happened a couple times.
That's okay. I think that stain is still there in that chair. One of these days, I'm going to get some new furniture, but I don't know. It is what it is. All right. So 5 years ago, I got sober, right? And the guy that I used to live with, who's now my real estate partner, Drew, he's an attorney, Drew Hassan at Stewart & Associates.
Yazoo City.
Gang. That's right. So anyways, Drew, I got sober. Drew had gone and gotten sober. And this is not he started the Recovery Lab podcast with us. So I'm not breaking anonymity at all. It's literally all over the internet. But Drew went off and got sober. And then I guess a couple years later, I got sober. And then I'll never forget this. I'll never, ever forget this. So I was in the drive-through line at Steak Escape in Dogwood, right? In Flowwood. We love Flowwood.
I love Steak Escape. Too.
Right. And I was, scrolling on Facebook and I saw that Drew had started this podcast called the Recovery Lab. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And I will always, this is burned into my brain, but I heard a voice and I was completely sober. I wasn't imagining things, but I heard a gentle voice that said, reach out to Drew and get involved in that podcast in some way. And I was like, I have no idea what that means. At this point, I'd never listened to a podcast. I didn't know what a podcast was, but
you do now.
I followed what I thought God was trying to tell me. So I did that. I reached out to him and I was like, hey, I told him the story. I was like, I feel like God wants me to get involved with this in some way. He's like, fantastic. Come on in. So I came on as his guest. And at the time he had like a little voice recorder and we sat it on his desk and we were talking and that was the extent of it. And then we got to talking some more and he was like, well, why don't you come on as a co-host of the Recovery Lab? I was like, all right, that's cool. So I started taking money from my tubber finishing business and investing it in equipment for Audio Outcome Productions or for the podcast. And what I discovered was, holy crap, this is something that I really kind of like doing. And wouldn't it be incredible if I could get paid to do what I love to do? So I was like, and also when I find something that I like, my natural thing to want to be able to do is to share it with other people. Like that's what happens when I find something I like. So I was like, okay, well, why don't we start a production business and learn how to do like professional podcasting and production, and then start offering it to my friends. So I did that, and I started, telling people, hey, I'm new to this. I don't know what I'm doing, but let me do a free podcast for you. And I gave away lots and lots and lots of podcasts as I learned. And again, like I'm good friends with, some audio engineers here locally at, 103.9, and I reached out to them and I reached out to other people. And the reality is, like, I wouldn't say that people gatekeep, but like they had to learn it on their own. And they were kind of like, yeah, okay, I hear what you're saying. It sounds like a cool idea, but like, go learn it yourself. So what I did was anytime I had a question, which was literally every day, my best friend was YouTube. Like, okay, how do I do this? How do I do this? And I slowly but surely learned the equipment and invested in better equipment, and then started, bringing on clients that were actually paying me like $20 an episode. And then I would do those for a while and learn and grow and fall on my face and get back up and keep going. And it was just, I knew through the times when I was like, I don't know, man, this doesn't seem like, I don't know how I could ever possibly, afford to do this on a regular basis. There was that thought would always pop into my head. Nope, this is what God wants you to do with your life. He wants you to create something that helps other people be heard. And so I would rest on that when I was feeling depressed or sad or questioning my life choices. I just knew that this is what God wants me to do. So I worked hard and persevered through the dark times, and truly used those as opportunities for growth instead of to get down on myself. And I learned how to have extraordinary self-love and to be able to say, you know what, we messed up, let's keep going. And then learning how to be able to genuinely say, I love you, Daniel, let's keep moving forward. That was a game changer for me, because now I can have this positive conversation with myself instead of how it used to always be, you're such an idiot, I can't believe you did this again, like you're such a failure, you're never, these are what my brain was telling me. This is what I was telling myself.
It's the enemy.
Right, exactly. But I was my biggest critic, and man, did I beat the crap out of myself. I did so hard. So at some point I learned how to, you know what, God wouldn't talk to me like this, nobody else would talk to me like this. Let's learn how to be kind to ourselves. And that was the fundamental shift.
That's when you learn not who you are, but whose you are.
Yeah.
And that's when you realize that you're chosen and how much you do matter. 'Cause if you matter that much to God, then you got to matter that much to yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you learned.
It's easier said than done.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, most definitely. Because it's still an issue with me.
Yeah.
I don't care about the mean comments I get from these random people who have no idea who I am.
Right.
It's my own self and the things that I say in my head, or the things the enemy wants me to think about myself. That's
Right.
where, that self-doubt comes in. And especially when you have spent hours upon hours gluing and taping panels up in a room that won't stay and are falling down.
I recall. Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, I'm so glad Daniel did this before I even attempted it, because now he knows how to tell me to.
Did you wind up using hot glue or what?
Yeah.
Good
And-
girl.
And the black, not only that, the black
And
sheet.
the black sheet
The
behind it.
black sheet.
Yeah.
And then Barbie Bassett walks in and fixes the lighting, because I was like, my face looks fat. I don't know how to fix it. And she comes in, she's like, oh, you need a light down here.
Yeah. I was like, hey, that's a great idea. I've never thought about that. She's like, yeah, everybody does that. I was like, okay.
I didn't know that. So
Barbie Bassett telling you something about how to make her look good, I'm gonna listen. You know what I mean? Everybody has benefited from that.
She was right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. It's incredible. And that's the, going back to that.
trial and error.
Exactly. But going back to and this is so important, like being able to learn how to be your biggest fan. It sounds really great on paper, but it's not easy. Like it takes a lot of work. But imagine all of the energy that we use talking down to ourselves and, being critics of ourselves. Imagine if we didn't have that negative energy, what we could do.
Yeah. I
Imagine
said
it.
that 2 days ago on the show. I was talking about these keyboard warriors and the things that they get on here and say. And I think to myself, if they took that time and energy and effort that they spend typing out something to someone they've never met, who
They'd
they
be a
don't know,
CEO.
they could do so much good in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why not have that mindset? Of course, we can't change other people's mindset, but we can change ours.
Let them.
Right. Absolutely.
Let them.
Because I know how the story ends.
I mean, I don't know how my story ends, but I know that.
Well, I know who in the end is going to win.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And it's not evil.
No, it's not. I mean, obviously it's easier for me to say because I don't have quite a large platform or quite as large of a platform as you do and like Clay does. So maybe it's a little bit easier for me to say this, but I'm genuinely like, just let them, just let them spend that energy. Like it doesn't have to affect me. I know I'm good with me. I'm good with God. Like I'm actively getting on my knees every single morning and asking that God direct my attention and that his will, not mine, be done. So I'm protected from the get-go every single day. So as long as I don't stray from that and I don't try to start doing things my way, guess what? The day turns out to be a really, really good day 95% of the time. And the days when, something bad happens or something financially rough goes on, guess what? That is immediately an opportunity for me to learn how to do something different, an opportunity for growth. Okay, God, instead of, God, how did you do this to me? And getting in that victim mentality, which I used to love. I used to love to be the victim.
It's easy to get there.
Oh, yeah. Woe is me, everybody. If you only knew what I had to put up with.
Oh yeah, who else has lost a
Right.
husband pregnant with twins? And I mean,
exactly.
Who else has had to live
exactly,
like?
Exactly.
I get it.
Yeah. So I do those times that are difficult. Those are the best times for me to experience growth. Now, I don't look for those times. I don't love those times.
Well, I don't pray for patience either.
Right.
So I don't do it.
But when those times come, and they do,
Yeah,
they will.
absolutely.
As long as I'm protected by getting on my knees in the morning and praying and like honestly giving my will to God and saying, I don't know what I'm doing, but I trust that you do. So just let me work hard and help me to trust you with the results. When I can do that, I got no worries.
I love that. I absolutely love that. We got to take a break, but I do want to get into this new podcast.
Yeah.
What you're going to teach us all. I know we kind of gave a little summary of it at the beginning, but I want to get into the nuts and bolts of it and how you decided this is the next road to take. And I think it's going to be great. I'm excited about it. So y'all stay with us because I want you to hear this. You never know, it could help you. We'll be right back here. The Lindsey Beckham Show, 103.9 WYAB. We'll be right back. Back.
103.9 WYAB.
Americans for Prosperity is Mississippi's and the country's leading grassroots organization dedicated to promoting economic freedom and personal liberty. Americans for Prosperity advocates for limited government, free market policies, and empowering individuals. When given freedom and opportunity, Americans are capable of extraordinary things. If you are ready to make a difference in our community and want to get involved, then visit americansforprosperity.org. Be a part of positive change at americansforprosperity.org. Paid for by Americans for Prosperity.
When it comes to protecting all the things that matter in your world, generations of folks in central Mississippi have trusted Allstate agent Mark Dwyron. Mark knows the right coverage with the right price, helps you feel secure and protected. For decades, Mark's been a trusted agent protecting you against mayhem that is unpredictable, and he's always just a moment away when you need him. Mark Dwyron. For auto, home, life, and more, you're in good hands with Allstate. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
ABC News, I'm Mike Tabusky. The case against Jonathan Rinderknecht has ended in a mistrial with the jury deadlocked. This was the man accused of sparking the Palisades wildfire last year.
The argument was that on New Year's Eve that he was distraught, he was angry, he was driving an Uber, went up, started that fire, and then the LA Fire Department came and put it out. But his defense team saying that he was being used as a scapegoat for the LA Fire Department's mistakes.
ABC's Alex Stone in Los Angeles. Prosecutors in the case say they will retry. Leon Black, a billionaire named in the Epstein files, walked out of a closed-door interview on Capitol Hill today with his lawyer calling the meeting a political stunt. House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer says he's now issued 2 subpoenas to Black. And John Bolton, the national security advisor to the first Trump administration, has pled guilty to illegally retaining classified documents. This is ABC News.
This ad is for all the guys who work hard and they expect their truck to do the same. At RPT Commercial, we have the accessories to help you on the job site. From names like Bedrock Flatbeds, WeatherGuard Toolboxes, Nap-High Service Bodies, ARE Camper Tops, Deck Storage Solutions, and so much more. Stop by our new store on Highway 80 in Pearl and check with our expert staff and see what they can do to make the job just a little bit easier on you. At RPT Commercial, trucks live here.
Even with interest rates higher than recent norms, real estate values are still holding strong in Mississippi. We caught up again with one of Mississippi's top real estate agents, Shane Saxon, to explain his recent activity in the market.
In the last year or so, it's been the best of my career. Interest rates have been high, but the real estate market is here to stay. Land values especially are continuing to rise. Home values are holding. If you need help with anything in real estate, just give me a call.
Find Shane Saxon on Facebook or give him a call at 601-540-5040. Offer property 601-74-1435.
Have you been injured through no fault of your own? Do you know your rights? Don Evans does. Do you really believe that the insurance company would disclose all information to you? Don Evans will make sure that you are fully informed. It costs nothing to discuss your case. From car wrecks to malpractice, Don Evans will make you and your family whole again. Don Evans won't ever charge unless he collects for you. Call Don for a free, no-obligation consultation at 601-969-2006.
It's road trip season again. Is your vehicle ready? Take your vehicle to Green's Tire and Auto on Ridgewood Road in Ridgeland to get it in tip-top shape before you head out of town. Don't get stranded while you're away from home. Preventative maintenance is their specialty at Green's Tire and Auto. And if your check engine light is already on, then Green's Tire and Auto can tell what's wrong and get it fixed. Before you start your road trip, take your car to Green's Tire and Auto, Ridgewood Road in Ridgeland.
Remember when Saturday meant tackling 3 projects before lunch? Now you need a nap after buying the lumber. It doesn't happen all at once. Energy slips away a little at a time. Focus does too. The team at Live Better Men's Health and Wellness helps men get answers to low testosterone, fatigue, weight gain, and more. Because getting older is mandatory. Feeling old is optional. Learn more at livebettermen.com. That's livebettermen.com.
From Mississippi, where faith, family, and freedom still matter. This is the Lindsey Beckham Show.
Welcome back into the WYAB studios. This is the Lindsey Beckham Show, and I'm, of course, Lindsey Beckham. We are live here, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Of course, you are more than welcome to call in and voice your opinions or ask your questions, 601-879-0002, or text in to the Lindsey Beckham Show text line, 601-879-4648. And we are joined in studio today. We've been talking with my friend Daniel Anderson, the podcast extraordinaire of Alchemy. I never say Audio Alchemy Studios.
Yes.
Yay! I said it right. I said it right.
Or Audio Alchemy Productions. Either way it goes.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
I'll tell y'all, one of my favorite memories from my time over there with Daniel was
oh boy.
Buckle
up, ladies and gentlemen.
The Biden-Trump debate.
Oh my gosh.
We live streamed.
That was, and it was sponsored by
Cat Head
Vodka. It was awesome. Dude.
Cat Head Vodka sponsored.
They gave y'all we had a good old time in that studio.
We had so
I didn't
much
drink, and I probably had the best time because I got to live vicariously through you guys and just we all just had the best time. Judge James Walker, David Bridges, and Lindsey Beckham.
Who's running for Judge Walker's spot?
Yeah, he is.
But we I think we played a drinking game, and I don't know how far we got. I mean, if you remember that debate, if you saw Biden walk out on
Oh my gosh.
stage,
I had forgotten about that.
oh my gosh, I Ubered.
That was probably, I don't know, maybe that is one of my favorite memories of all time. We had a good old time, dude.
Daniel was getting quite frustrated with us.
I wasn't either. You spilled your freaking liquor on my chair. I think that's the only issue that I had. But then you cleaned it up. I was like, go get the Lysol wipes. Get them.
Look, the judge and the lawyer were telling me to drink.
I think Walker was spilling stuff too. I think nobody was guiltless.
Well,
but it was a net positive because it was freaking hilarious.
It was hilarious. It was truly hilarious. And at first we didn't know if we were going to be able to live stream it, and then we were, awesome. And then Biden, I think that's the worst we've ever seen him. And I was like, this couldn't be any worse for us because
it was a disaster. A disaster for him. Yeah.
It was the greatest debate of all time.
It was the greatest of all. China. Yeah, it was so freaking fun. I mean, that really was.
Some of the stuff
was
he
awesome.
said. Oh gosh. Yeah, that was a fun night. That was a fun
It
night.
was. I wish David told me to delete all of that for his
over his campaign.
Yeah. Which, I mean, he never said anything that could be remotely bad, but
oh, so I can't go back and watch it now.
No.
Oh, that's sad.
I know. I mean, no, I actually deleted them all off of my platforms as well, even the encrypted ones. Yeah. I didn't want to take any chance. What if somebody hacks me and I don't know, tries to, I don't know what could happen.
There's some hackers out there.
I mean, there's some smart folks out yonder. And if they're trying to get dirt on, I don't know why they would try to do that, but you never know. So I deleted all of it off of all my drives.
Well, we had to delete a whole first segment out of it anyway. Remember that? Because we said that I'm gonna get in trouble. They're both gonna be calling me after the show. I mean, we had to delete a whole because we said the C word and not that C word.
Which C word did we say?
A woman's name. I can't say that woman's name that we said that we weren't supposed to say, evidently. And we were told we had to delete that first.
Oh. Right. Okay.
Remember now?
I do. Yeah.
Okay, tell us about your.
Yeah, let's do it.
Tell us about the new podcast. We're gonna
I don't know, man. I was having a good time.
Well, me too, but I'm afraid we're gonna say something we shouldn't.
I mean, first of all, vote for David Bridges. I don't know when the election is, but he's awesome. He was my client for years. Was always good to me.
Fun fact: he represented my mother-in-law when she stole my life insurance money.
Yeah, I could neither confirm nor deny. I don't know anything about that. But yeah, go vote for him. He's taking James Walker's place in what?
One of the judges, one of the Madison County.
Yeah.
Is anybody running against him?
I don't think so.
Well, there you go.
But go. I may be completely wrong. I don't know.
Don't
quote me on that.
I have not followed. I have not followed it.
He's a good dude. So if you see David Bridges' name on the ballot, throw him a like. I don't know. Vote
throw
for him.
Vote if you're
I don't know.
I have no idea.
All right. So this new podcast. So I know a lot about recovery because I have so much experience with it. Right.
And you're still doing the recovery.
Yeah. Absolutely. So I know that very well just because I have so much personal 20 years experience. The real estate investing is completely different.
So this is real estate.
This is real estate. Okay. This is real estate investing.
And you just one day said, I want to learn about this.
No, Drew and I have been talking about, because I've come in contact with a lot of investors over the years dealing with their investment properties for refinishing their bathtub showers and countertops and saving them a ton of money by refinishing instead of having to rip it all out. So I've come into contact with a lot of people and a lot of people that do big things, and I don't know, Drew and I have been talking about it for about the past year and a half, maybe 2 years. And we were like, maybe, we should think about doing some investing. We should, he's an attorney. I do refinishing and podcast production. And, at the rate we're at now, it's going to be hard to have decent retirement, So we were like, let's start thinking about it. Let's start talking about it. And the more I started, initially it was just kind of like, oh yeah, pipe dream, uninformed optimism. Yeah, that'd be cool. We'll probably never do it. But then the co-host, the new co-host of the Recovery Lab, David Sugg, he is a real estate investor. And he owns Fondren Recovery Homes in Fondren.
So he's a recovered addict
Yeah,
as well?
he's been sober for like 16 years, I think.
Okay.
And he's actually Drew's ex-brother-in-law. But they're still like brothers. So David and I slowly but surely have been talking when he comes in to record the Recovery Lab. And, I've kind of been picking up on things that he was talking about with his recovery homes. And I don't know, it was like God just slowly but surely was making like these little connections in my brain. And slowly it turned into uninformed optimism of, oh, well, other people do it, but there's no way I could do it. I don't have tons of money to invest. Like I can't do that.
Right. They always say you have to spend money to make money. And
Right.
if you want to invest, I mean, how are you going to invest into anything if you don't
Right.
have funds to invest?
Right.
Right.
That's for other people. That's not for me.
Yeah.
But the more and more that I talked to David, he started, kind of there are ways to, there's tons of money out there, from hard money loans to, there's all sorts of people that if you bring them a good deal, they're more than willing to not only front you the cost of the property, but also what it would take to rehab the property in order to be able to resell it or get it appraised at a higher value. So you build up this equity. And then once you do that, you pay off that hard money loan, and it's called the Burr method. And I don't know all about it, but
like burr holes when you
no, it's like it's the process of taking money from one property, rolling into the next, and then rinse and repeat. So you're never actually out of pocket
It's like
your own
robbing
money.
from Peter to pay Paul.
But it's not robbing. It's like you're investing money smartly, and then you're taking the money that you put in out of rehabbing the property, and then it appraises after you rehab it. It appraises at a higher value, and
But
that's
don't you have to have money to rehab it?
no, that's where that hard money comes initially. Like you find a good deal, you take it to a hard money lender and say, "Hey, I've got this property for $120,000. I think it's going to take $30,000 to $40,000 to rehab it to make it really, really great." And after that, the comparable properties in the neighborhood, they're appraising for like 250, say. And so this appraiser or this hard money lender, he's going to see, okay, it's going to take, we'll say 120 for the actual to buy the property. You're going to put 30 into it. So he's going to loan you $150,000. You put that money in. It's a high interest loan. It's like 12 to 15%. But you take that money that he gives you, the $150,000, you invest $30,000 into the rehab of this property. 5 months later, you have it reappraised, and that $30,000 that you invested into, all of a sudden, this property is worth $220,000, $230,000.
If you're somebody like you, then you can help rehab it yourself because you know how to do a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, but also
No.
I'm not that great at rehabbing. I stick with what I'm good at and know and enjoy, and that's refinishing. So I stick with that. But I've got lots of friends and lots of buddies that do this on a regular basis. So you invest the money in the initial property after you find the deal. You get that hard money loan, and this is just for somebody that won't qualify for like a FHA loan, for like a regular loan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And forgive me if my terminology is wrong. I know virtually nothing about this, but I'm super pumped up about it, and I know just enough to be a little dangerous. So, so you take that, you've got the $150,000 hard money loan that you're not coming any money out of your pocket, and then the house will sell for $220,000, and so that's a $70,000 profit right there. And you take that after you sell the house, you pay off the hard money loan, and then you've got this equity to be able to roll into the next property. And so it just happens like that. So you don't have to actually invest any of your
But you
money.
have to work. You have to be on top of it. You have to stay involved in.
Yeah, you got to hustle. Like
Yeah.
you got to hustle. But there are also people out there that have a full-time job and are very successful at investing. There's 100 different ways to make money with real estate investing. I'm just choosing to go. Actually, I'm not specifically choosing to go any route right now. Right now, I'm just kind of like a blank slate, but I've surrounded myself with people that know what they're doing. I've got the drive. I've got the work ethic. I've got,
That's the stuff people don't have.
right. Exactly. You can't buy that.
Right.
The only thing that I don't have is knowledge and experience. So what do I do in that situation? well, why not use the gifts that God has given me in having a podcast studio
Connections.
and create a podcast that helps me learn how to be a real estate investor. So
Sounds like a grand idea to me.
right. So that's what I did. I reached out. Oh, and then so literally last Thursday, David Sugg, the Recovery Lab co-host, Drew's ex-brother-in-law, he's like, hey, why don't you come to this real estate meeting? It's at the Realtor Institute, I think that's what it's called, in Ridgeland. Why don't you come to that? And I said, I never say no to something like that.
Hold on, we got to take our last break. I want you to have a few seconds to finish this up when we get back. Y'all stay with us. We'll be right back here at the Lindsey Beckham Show.
WYAB.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Hot weather requires us to run the AC nonstop. Pure Air Consultants can inspect your unit today to ensure your AC is operating at peak performance. Pure Air Consultants is your go-to Rheem partner that can get the job done and have you resting in comfort in no time. Locally owned and operated, they have proudly served our community for over 22 years. Contact Pure Air Consultants today at mypureairconsultants.com. Rheem and Pure Air Consultants to the rescue.
Americans for Prosperity is Mississippi's and the country's leading grassroots organization dedicated to promoting economic freedom and personal liberty. Americans for Prosperity advocates for limited government, free market policies, and empowering individuals. When given freedom and opportunity, Americans are capable of extraordinary things. If you are ready to make a difference in our community and want to get involved, then visit americansforprosperity.org. Be a part of positive change at americansforprosperity.org. Paid for by Americans for Prosperity.
Are you looking for a church family to connect with? One that will provide opportunities to grow in your spiritual life, as well as a chance to serve others? First Baptist Flora may be just the place for you. We're located at 102 Jackson Street in Flora. To worship with us in person, we have a traditional worship service that begins Sunday mornings at 8:30. Then our life groups meet at 9:45, and the Refuge Contemporary service begins at 11 a.m. We also have a midweek service every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. So come join us at First Baptist Flora, where we're making much of Jesus.
Antique Mall of the South has 14,000 square feet of pristine, clean floor space. Home to beautiful, timeless antique treasures. Antique Mall of the South is open Monday to Saturday, 10 to 5. Check them out online at antiquemallofthesouth.com or go to the Antique Mall of the South Facebook page. You can also read the dozens of 5-star reviews online. Come see for yourself at Antique Mall of the South in Ridgeland. Now open Monday to Saturday, 10 to 5. That's Antique Mall of the South, Highway 51 in Ridgeland.
As Christians, it's our calling to be faithful to Christ and obedient to the Great Commission. Our heart's desire and prayer to God is that through our efforts, many would receive and rest upon Christ alone as he is offered to them in the gospel. I'm David Strain, Senior Minister at First Presbyterian Church of Jackson, inviting you and your family to join us as we strive to fulfill that mission. We're located on North State Street in Jackson. Times of our services can be found at fpcjackson.org. You can also hear the good news about Jesus Christ each Sunday mornings at 9:30 on 103.9 WYAB.
Greetings. I'm Dr. Benny Tate, President of the Congregational Methodist Church denomination in Florence, Mississippi, and the pastor of Rock Springs Church in Milner, Georgia, inviting you to attend one of our services this week. Find a church near you at cm-church.org and be sure and listen for our weekly program, Apples of Gold from Rock Springs Church, here on 103.9 WYAB.
Listen to Apples of Gold every Sunday morning at 10.
Attention citizens. The call is going out across all of 103.9 WYAB. Each Tuesday from 9 to 10 a.m., General Bob's Swap Shop summons all able-bodied listeners to buy, sell, and trade. Sign up by calling the phone line and joining the campaign where your stuff becomes the hero of the hour. No shillings, no coins, no enlistment fees of any kind to peddle your personal items. Report for duty each Tuesday at 9 a.m. right here on 103.9 WYAB. General Bob needs you and your stuff.
From Jackson Town to the radio, this is the Lindsey Beckham Show.
Welcome back in. This is the last segment of the Lindsey Beckham Show today with our guest, Daniel Anderson. Daniel, take it away. Tell you got about 20 seconds.
Okay,
Tell everybody.
the podcast is called Brickfolio. It is a newbie investor coupled with people that know what they're talking about. And if you listen, I just posted the link tree in the comments. If you listen, you get to learn as I learn. and learn that, hey, guess what? You don't have to have a ton of money in order to be able to invest in real estate.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
All
Thank
right,
you.
See y'all later.